And if you can get them to buy into that idea, listen, you're not changing the way you're doing dentistry, you're doing it more efficiently with a much better product, but it's not gonna change the way you do. When you lean in on this light, it's not gonna be any different than the reflective light that you had before. And then you're gonna save money, you've got all of the great features of LEDs.
So what's the retail on this?
Retail is right around $3,500.
Is this a post mount or is this
It
chair
is.
mount?
It is
Or either?
a post mount. And once again, I apologize, the image isn't very good. One of the nice things we've done with our post mount compared to other people's is, you guys have all seen the post mounts where they have the great big box here on the end where the transformer goes inside of. Well, because we're doing LED and because we have such, our LED requires such little amount of power, our transformer is about this big around and about this long. And so what we do is we keep the same curve that you see in, say, a post mount or a system light or something like that. Keep the same curve, and there's a cover here that pops off, and the transformer slides inside. So it makes it look like a much cleaner installation. It doesn't have the big box up there, but you still have all the benefits of being able to easily put in a post mount light.
Can we buy a demo?
Yeah, that's
Like
what
that
I
right there,
was
so we
saying.
can
I'm working on that.
Okay.
We're actually working on some suitcases
Okay.
that we can put together where it'll actually fold up one thing, it'll fold up something else at 27 inches. And you can actually demo to the doctor the difference, do the little light cover up, show all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping to have about 15 or 20 of those that we can let people use for a while and send back.
Can you just buy the head as a standalone and mount it on an existing post?
Not yet.
Sell
Well,
them if you did
you
that.
could buy that and mount it on an existing post, but not just the head. What we're working on right now is developing some different options to be able to utilize existing,
Right.
like say it's a track light, be able to use the same track.
Right.
The problem is that the transformers are so much different.
Right.
That we've got to kind of get around that. And so that's what's taken some time to figure out. The track light, we have an industrial designer at DCI that worked for me at Pelton Crane, and he designed all of Pelton's latest product, 3000 chair, the Centennial cabinet line, and that was all done when we had the company. When we sold it, he didn't like to work there anymore, so he came with me. He designed all this. This track light is one of the most beautiful products I've ever seen for a track. You know, you look at tracks on the market today, even people that are making them new, they're big square blocks that sit up there. There's nothing pretty about them. This whole thing is curved, so it's got a nice curve that runs down the whole length of it. The trolley actually comes up and curls back inside, so the wheels are inside of the track, so you don't see any of the wheels. The other thing this does is it shields the wheels and the track, or the track that the trolley drives in. What'll happen a lot of times with other lights is that trolley area or that track is exposed. So dirt and junk from the ceiling and whatnot falls inside that track, and then you get bumps and it doesn't move as easy. Ours is totally contained. And it's beautiful. It's designed to be able to mount right up to any of the major manufacturers on the market. If there's vacuums already in the ceiling, I just put one of these in on a Belmont light that I've never seen before. It was so old. And it already had the backing in the ceiling. We just put 4 holes in, screwed it in, and we were done.
And it's beautiful. I saw one track light added one with the double tracking system. Right? No,
Not one of ours. We don't have a double track yet.
Double track. It looks the same, same like that. Almost.
Well, I hope you take a picture and send it to me. There's one that looks just like this. It's got a lawsuit
It
to
looks
file.
like that, but divided by 2, and it's 2 rails is going there in both sides.
Probably a Play Mecca. Play Mecca would have the closest thing, I think, where they had a dual side-by-side passing. Yeah, that's a pretty interesting way to do it. Yeah, expensive thing, an interesting way.
Looks like Spock's coughing from Star Trek too. That's what I'm saying.
Well, this guy, my designer is a big Trekkie.
There you go.
We also have a ceiling mount version. So all of these are easy to install. We're actually doing videos now of how to install these in different environments, whether you're putting it into a drop ceiling, which is a little bit more work because you got to build bracing up into the rafters, or if it's an existing one. So we're trying to do some different things to make it easy. But all of this stuff, and even going back to the track for a second, the way that we design this, when you receive it, you know, obviously the arm and the trolley are in a separate box, and the track's in the box by itself. There's two covers that run the length of the side. So this cover here, another cover on the back side. If you take those covers and you lift them up and slide them down, they come right off. So it gives you access to everything inside of here of the track that you need to get to in order to install it. But it still has that nice beauty finish to it. The routing, or actually the way that they put the transformer in, two screws, this back cover looks just like this, pops off, and the whole transformer system slides out. So all you have to do is get your power in the right spot, run it down there, you do your hookups outside of the track, and then put it in, you know, put it back in and the thing slides right back in. So it's so simple to install and easy to work on. Really good. But it's fun designing something when you get to start from the basics. You know, we were able to do that with this product line. Pretty simple to change this. Just push here on the top and just change this design a little bit, so it's a little bit tougher. This must be a prototype.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so what you do normally,
It's just called DCI.
and it pops right out,
Just like that.
just like that. You know, a couple simple things. It's hard to on the. There we go. Take this cover off the bottom, and the whole module slides out. So if you ever do have to replace the LEDs, it's very simple to get inside there. Not a lot to it. It's a very simple light that has a lot of features. And we'll have a second version that will come out after the first of the year that has a couple other things. It has on the bottom here, you can see these areas right here, where it has an infrared sensor to turn it on and off or to do any of the functions of the light. And it will also have a no cure setting. And so you'll be able to do that as well.
Will the touch-free be able to be added back to this one, or is that only going to be available on the new ones?
It'll only be available on the new ones. We won't be able to go backwards with it.
Can you adjust the temperature of the light so they can, because of different temperatures of light, it'll highlight tissue versus bone and whatever?
No, Pelton's the only company that really has one of those where they can adjust the temperature.
Right.
And they have a good story of you know, tissue rendition compared to color matching at different temperatures. Ours is a consistent 5000. It does have the ability to change the intensity.
I would think this would be, the switch itself, they would not like that compared to just the other, you know. Have you had any studies on whether the doctors like that push button
Or the
Yeah.
no touch.
or just the switch, the big
Yeah.
switch? They're just hitting the button every time, you know, I mean, it's.
You know,
They do like that extension.
Yeah, you know, you could do it either way. Because we're trying to, we have other features built into this, we needed a touchpad of some sort.
Okay, all right,
And this matches our dental unit, which is coming out at the end of the year.
okay.
So, yeah, mechanical switches a lot of times people like those. Come on, they gotta get up.
I know,
Catch up with the times.
I think the market's ready for everybody to go to these LEDs, it's just I haven't been able to take one around and show it to everybody. I think once you show it to them, they're like,
When's
I
that
think we
available
will.
again?
I'm hoping that we're gonna be sending out information to you guys within the next 2 to 4 weeks. Yep, so you guys will have all the information on that, and then by then I should have cases and we'll work out some kind of deal to be able to transfer them around. I talked a little bit about our Series 4 products last year. We're getting ready to reshoot all this so that we'll have a full chair unit light that's kind of at a low price point to be able to offer to, those doctors who just, maybe their chair's in good shape, but they want to redo their unit and have an LED light on it. I think the light will make it easier to sell this kind of package, and we'll have a new cuspidor to go on here as well, for those crazy people that want cuspidors.
And how do you rate the chair system by this one and the DCI equipment? Okay.
So let me just tell a real quick story. We're about out of time, so I'll make it real quick. So I don't know if everyone knew, but my family and I, we used to own Pelton Crane. We owned Maris and DCI equipment, and we had the DCI parts company. So we had all 4 of those brands, and we sold all of the equipment to Danaher. So Maris, Pelton, and DCI equipment, we sold that to Danaher in 2005. Our non-compete is up, that's why we're getting back into this equipment. So it's going to be really confusing in the marketplace. There's going to be DCI, which is us, and there will be DCI equipment, which is Danaher. To answer your question specifically, it's not bad stuff. It's just, it's about 3 steps lower in fit and finish and quality than ours will be. But price-wise will be within 10 or 15%.
Oh.
We're probably going to screw the industry up a little bit. We've got, for the price point that we're going to sell our new equipment line, our goal with this is to focus on the independent dealers. We don't really care about if Shine and Patterson want to sell it, fine, they can sell it, but our driving force with this is the independents. And we think that the independents need a good quality, high value product that you could sell against the big guys any day of the week. And this product does that. And it's so simple to install. I challenged the team, I said, you have to be able to install a chair unit light in an office in 40 minutes. And we're real close. A couple more tweaks that I think will be there, but we always try to make it simple.
Yeah, it's fine.
And we also have the left-right version. And you can basically, when you look through the catalog, you'll see the pricing, but it includes the chair adapter. So whether you're putting on a Cascade, a Priority, an Excalibur, AccuTrack, DCI equipment, Pelton, Maris, we have some Dentalese mounts that are coming out for the left-right units. So it's a nice, clean left-right unit that you can put on anybody's chair.
Awesome.
And then it'll have the integrated light built into it.
That's just a delivery unit and a light,
Yep.
but you're also gonna have a new chair.
The chair, we'll have a new chair and a higher-end delivery system after the first year.
Okay.
You sell that as like a package too? The chair light? And
Yeah, we're gonna package it. We're gonna have 2 different price points. We have 1 chair. We'll have 2 different lights, the one with the no cure setting and the infrared sensors and that kind of stuff, with a little bit higher end unit. And then we'll have our Series 4 product line that's a little bit lower. So we'll have 2 different price points, ranging from, at the high end will be kind of compatible with Maris at the price point. At the lower end, which should be wholesale. Wholesale should be around $12,000 wholesale, and then we'll have another package should be under 10. So we're trying to have 2 different levels of product.
That's a complete package. That's a light, chair,
Yeah.
delivery unit. Okay.
Anybody have any questions?
You guys are manufacturing the chairs or you outsourcing?
No, we don't do any hard manufacturing. We do all of our assembly. We just actually moved into a 45,000 square foot building. So we have the DCI Parts Company, which is a good sized building, and then another building right a block down the street. So yeah, we do all of our assembly and those types of things. We bring all the parts together, put them together, test them, and then ship them from board.
Do you have a chair now, or just you got one coming?
Got one coming. All right. I think I got 10 more slides of stuff we could talk about, but our time's up.